back. We have Linda Rogers, who's with the Eureka Springs Kite Festival, and I just got through calling her the Kite Lady because she has brought some beautiful kites with her. Why don't you tell us about the Kite Festival?
This year is the 21st year of the Eureka Springs Kite Festival. We've been sponsoring it that long. We have a shop over in Eureka Springs, Kites, and we sell kites and kaleidoscopes.
Where's that located?
1C Spring Street. It's right in the heart of downtown in the Basin Spring Bathhouse across from the park.
Okay.
But it's on the upper level, so it's hard to find.
I've been in there before, okay.
A nook and cranny.
You have to walk across the bridge,
Yes.
is that right? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, up across the bridge and up the steps. So just in case.
And you've been there how long?
Oh, 21 years.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah.
Good.
Amazing.
Yeah.
And the festival this year is March 26th, and it's from 10 to 4. We're going to have 65 degrees and 10 to 15 mile per hour winds.
How do you know that?
Perfect.
Perfect day. We forecast it every year.
Do you really?
Okay.
Now, will you be out demonstrating the kites?
We'll be out flying the kites, yes.
Where, at your shop?
Turpentine
or?
Creek.
Oh, at the creek, okay. Yeah.
Turpentine Creek has hosted it for about the last 6 years, and they're on 23 south, 7 miles south of Eureka Springs. And they have a big ridge out in front of the Tiger Refuge, and the Kite Festival is free. There's no admission to it. Everybody can come. They should bring chairs. They should bring sunshades because it's going to be sunny.
You'll be looking
Cameras,
up to, yeah. Right,
yeah.
Yeah.
Sunglasses.
Right.
And bring your kites, and everybody flies. Because everybody can fly, whether you're young, whether you're old, no matter what physical condition you're in.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I know you obviously have some nice kites, not just your normal
Yes.
kids' kite. I mean, they're
There'll be all
special.
kinds of kites out there. There'll be lots of single lines, all different kinds, and there will be dual lines, which are the stunt kites, which they drive
Okay.
around the sky, up, down,
Yeah.
left, right.
I saw a demonstration on that with America's Got Talent, I think.
Oh, yes.
One of the
Yes.
autistic, maybe he was autistic. I can't remember. He had a
Yes.
physical disability, and he could fly the kites.
Yes.
And that was
He
really.
was flying an Indoor Revolution was the brand
and there was
of
no
it,
there was
yeah.
no wind. How does that work?
He's actually backing up while he's flying, so he's
Okay,
creating the
creating-
wind himself.
But
But
I
the
guess
kite is very
yeah.
lightweight, so it can fly like on a breeze of a fan. It doesn't take
that's
that
neat,
much.
yeah.
Now, you mentioned something that I was not really educated in, that there are kites for different winds, for high wind, for low wind, for,
Yes.
and something that I didn't realize that, I just thought you needed wind. My ignorance, but.
Yes, not every kite is good for every situation, so some are much better in low wind and some are much better in high winds.
And I'm sure at your kite store, you sell all different kinds of kites.
We do. We
Now
certainly
you
do.
brought some, and we've pinned them up on our other wall over there, and that's
Yeah.
kind of a look at what they look like.
Yes.
And all of these are kites. They all fly.
Yes.
When I was a kid, the one with the beetles on it is the only style
Those are
or shape.
ladybugs, aren't they?
Or ladybugs,
saying.
whatever. Was the only kind that we ever had.
Right.
And that traditionally is one of the more difficult kites to fly.
Is that
Really?
right?
Yes.
No wonder I had so much trouble when I was younger.
Well,
Had to put a tail on it. Had to get a sheet and tie things on the end of it to get it to
and you
be
have
stable.
to move the toe point, the bridle point, up and down.
I had no
depending
idea
on
about
how
That's
the
the
a
bridle
wind
point.
is.
problem right there.
Nobody was there to teach me all that.
Well, that's the neat thing about kites is they combine science and they combine art.
Yeah.
And so
Now,
you're painting the sky.
Do you have like what's called a box kite? And I've seen
Yes.
those things. And I have no idea how a box could ever fly, but you have
Oh,
those?
I don't know how any of them manage to fly. I don't know how airplanes fly.
Yeah. Yeah. But you have all different, this is just a small representation of what you do have.
Yes, and 3 of those kites, the ones with tigers, are going to be raffled off there. They will be selling raffle tickets. The proceeds go to Turpentine Creek, and the big tiger face, that will be like a $130 value,
Oh,
and
yeah.
a ticket is only $1.
Oh, okay.
So, buy
So
tickets
somebody's
and
gonna get lucky,
you can buy
yeah.
a lot of tickets and
Yep,
increase your chances.
and help those tigers too.
Now, do they have kiting festivals all across the country?
Yes, yes, and there's some others kind of close to this area. There's one held on a farm in Cane Hill.
Okay.
I don't know where that's
On the
at,
other
but-
side of Fayetteville, I believe, is where that is.
Now, is there
And
competitions going on with kite
There
flying?
are competitions because we do not have competitions at ours, but there is an organization the American Kite Flyers Association that you gain points through flying, and they have competitions for kite making, for kite flying. It can be the highest angle. It can be the best in stunt kites. You can be the best in doing figures, or you can be the best in doing free form, where you do your own
Freestyle,
routine.
yeah.
Freestyle.
Yeah.
Very good, yeah.
How did you get started with this kite interest?
Well, I'm pretty interesting because I'm one of those people who's not good at flying kites. So I think I'm a natural to work at the store because I can tell you which kites fly well and which don't. My husband has flown all of his life and he can fly anything. So he's not challenged when it comes to flying. So you say to him, what's an easy kite to fly? And he goes, oh, all of them.
All of them are easy to fly, yeah.
And you say that to me and I'm like, oh, wow, yeah.
I see.
Now, can you fly kites throughout the year?
Yes. One of the big days to fly is January 1st. That's when kite flyers around the world fly for world peace.
Well, good.
Cool.
Yeah,
And it's
yeah.
not a traditional thing. Everybody usually thinks about spring, and spring is an excellent time. But in the summer, it can get very hard to fly because you don't have the wind.
Right.
Yeah, yeah. But you do have kites that will fly in low wind,
Yes.
and they're light.
If you
yeah.
run fast, you can make your own one.
Or the fighter kites. If you're familiar with those, they're small diamond shapes, and they will dart all over the sky for you. And they're very light, and you can fly them with no wind. But you need to be skilled to do that.
And the age group, when should a person start flying a kite?
Oh my, let me see.
I mean, you've got to be able to walk,
how,
I'm sure.
How old are they when they can hold on to something really tight? What do you think?
They were too young.
6 months, 8 months?
Probably, can they? I guess they could, yeah.
We've had the youngest kite flyer before be someone who was certainly not walking. He was just holding
that
on to
right?
it.
Wow.
But his parents are into kiting. But that's
Well,
what
that's
makes
neat.
kites so great. You can be young, you can be old.
Right.
The whole family can fly. You don't have to be in good physical condition. You just have to get out there and enjoy it.
Very
Awesome,
interesting.
very
But you're
interesting.
having an event. Tell us about that one more time.
It's the 21st annual Eureka Springs Kite Festival at Turpentine Creek Tiger Refuge on 23 south of Eureka Springs. I want to also mention there will be kite making for kids, and the kids will be able to build their own kites and color their own kites. It's by donation, and it's a suggested donation of $3 a kite, and we usually build over 100 kites that day.
Now,
Great.
are these? Do you buy the kit, or do you make it out of just raw materials?
It's already made up for them, so they don't have to do anything. The pattern is cut out. They make a simple sled kite. They use like bamboo sticks
Yeah.
for the rods, and the line is already wound. So it's very simple for them to make, because lots of times we're making it with really young kids, like 3-year-olds.
Yeah.
That's something that's fun to do.
Yeah.
And
it's
they-
a little
Yeah.
easier for
You
them
have
And
to
they're
be able
really
to-
proud because they've made
You
their
bet.
own.
Yeah, that's cool.
And we're proud of them, too.
Well, and then they can go fly it.
Yes.
So, hey.
When we tell you to go fly a kite, we mean it. And we
You
say
really
it.
mean it. I bet
we
you do.
say it with great glee, yeah.
That's great. Very interesting.
Your shop is located in the heart of Eureka Springs at
Across from the Basin Springs Park, and it's in the
Yeah.
Basin Springs bathhouse. And you go across that little wooden footbridge up in the air and go up the steps, and there you are in our store.
do you have any-
And we'll have kites to sell out at the Kite Festival,
Okay.
too, in case you don't have a kite.
How many different kites do you have in your store? Do you know? Have you ever counted, or anybody asked you that
No.
question before?
Just yesterday was the first time.
Really? Really?
Yes, how awful. And I have no clue. We have at least 50 different kinds, and we might have 70 different kinds.
Wow.
But when we say different kinds, like there's stunt kites, and there's at least 20 to 25 different stunt kites in stunt kites. And so when you look at them, you might say, boy, these are a lot alike. But
They're all
to
different,
us,
yeah.
they're not
Different.
alike.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
To an expert kite woman such as yourself.
An experienced kite woman, how's that? Not an expert.
Okay.
Well, Linda, we appreciate
Thank
you coming
you.
by. Thanks for driving
Why,
all the
thank
way
you
from
for having
Eureka
me.
Springs. We always love it when we can branch out from our area and invite people to
You
come over
bet.
to the show.
Well, I hope everybody's able to come
Well, I
out.
hope they do. At least go out and just bring your kids and have fun watching the kites,
Right.
if nothing else.
And the refuge will be open They
Okay.
charge admission to it, but they have lots of interesting animals that people enjoy seeing.
Well worth a visit right there too. So.
yeah.
Thanks, Linda.
Thanks for
Thank
inviting
you.
me.
All right. Ashley Colliver and Heather Hunter is here up next, and they're going to be talking about the Harrison Junior Auxiliary Trace Trammel 5K run. Stay with us.